Hey, Magic fans, welcome back. This is your captain speaking here on CapnclydesMTG. Today, we might have got some disturbing news for Aetherdrift. And, well, it could be the start of a bad standard season all over again. But before we get into it, don't forget, comment, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. The comments down below will feed that YouTube algorithm. Links down below in the description from everything to Patreon, eBay, TCG Player. You can buy the cards through the channel. Also, you can be a YouTube member and all that other jazz. Twitch is down there. We do live streams. Hit the Discord up. Let's talk and have a good old time, if you will. So, with all that said and done, let's get into it. And the culprit started with this picture right here. So, for those of you who don't know, there was a podcast slash YouTube video slash whatever you want to call it on the upcoming Aetherdrift set and things that might be in it, what the set's about, background, so forth and so on moving forward. Also, a little bit of history about what Aetherdrift means, the street race and all that stuff. Basically, it's a whole bunch of people trying to, I don't know, overthrow the government or something. Now, obviously, you know, this is coming off the heels of March of the Machine, where everybody worked together to defeat the Eldrazi. I'm sorry, Phyrexians. Eldrazi, Phyrexian, same difference. Anyway, point being, now that it's all subsided, the street race faction, basically as they called it, who want a different kind of system, we'll say, is what the set's kind of about. Now, with that being said, as I went through the article, I took a quick snippet here of the YouTube video for how I got this information and why I'm coming to this conclusion. So here we see a card, or the art for a card called Call for Unity. Now, next to it, you see DFT, which I'm going to assume is Aetherdrift abbreviation, because it doesn't work for anything else. Now, this card is a reprint from Capnclydes. Should I say that, or is it Arvisan, or whatever that dumb name is? They could change it to too soon. Who cares? Anyway, Capnclydes. And apparently this card, since it has this on there, I'm assuming is going to be reprinted in Aetherdrift, which is a little bit of a problem. Here's why. Here's the card from the Capnclydes sets, or Aether Revolt, I think. I don't remember which one it was. I think it's Aether Revolt. Yeah, it was Revolt, because it has Revolt right here. But Call for Unity, 2 white and 3. Beginning of your end step, if a permanent you control left the battlefield this turn, put a Unity counter on the Call for Unity. Creatures you control get +1/+1 for each Unity counter on Call for Unity. So this card became a serious issue in some of the formats because of the whole Revolt thing. Not so much that it was banned, but it did become an issue, and currently it could be a bigger problem as we've moved into a realm where things can leave the battlefield and come back without them actually dying. You know, bouncing cards, recasting them. We just had a video where we talked about this town ain't big enough where you start putting permanents back in your hand and recasting them. So, this card could become problematic rather quickly when you start bouncing all your stuff. So, yeah. Now, with that said, this is a 5-mana card and is an enchantment which is, or has the ability to be metagamed around and dealt with. We also had a video talking about how great Exercise was, or Exorcism, whatever you want to call it. And in white, along with green, plenty of disenchants along with those cards, even in black now with Torment, that can deal with this. So this may not be a problem or as much of one this time around. Now, with that said, another card art that was seen in the video, or supposedly was in the video, was this. Attune with Aether. Now, there's lots of things to talk about why this is bad. But first off, let's talk about the most obvious. Energy. Energy was a mistake, and most people agree with that. To the point that many people have said energy should not be put back into Magic ever again. So there's that. Now, secondly, this card for 1 green lets you search for a basic land, reveal it, put it in your hand, shuffle your library, get 2 energy. If you guys don't remember previously, in the Aether Revolt, Kaladesh sets, energy as a whole was a disaster. Because the energy mechanic led to lots of weird play styles that led cards to do things they normally couldn't, and some of those things were very powerful. Also, it made cards like Aether Hub, which was a land that could tap for any mana as long as you had energy, very powerful. To the point that only recently has that card come out of older formats because of the banning of things like Attune with Aether in several formats. Matter of fact, fun fact, Attune with Aether, along with some other energy cards, were banned in Standard in their first printing. And makes me question why you would want to reprint this card back into Standard if it previously had a banning. So, all we can do is hope that this card and its art, which was in the background of that video, is not getting reprinted. However, most people believe that it is, because a lot of the art in that video were all newer card art that obviously you don't know what they are because it's just art. But when you start seeing art from older cards that would be reprinted, i.e. Call for Unity, this, people are taking it as these cards are going to get reprinted, which means this set is going to have energy again. Which, as awful as Attune with Aether is, and will probably be banned again if it's reprinted, will completely rely on the fact that, well, people didn't like energy to begin with, and they're bringing it back in this set. It's, for those of you who don't understand, it would probably be like saying, hey, we're going to revisit a set, and that set has Infect. So we're going to make new and reprint Infect cards. People would lose their mind. And most people feel the same way about energy. So, of all the cards we looked at, these were the only 2 that caught people's attention and mine. Again, this could have been just artwork that was put in there as filler space. However, it's not likely that's what happened. Now, to be fair, there has been in the past where they put images like this into the background of some of these videos, and they made a mistake in posting an image that was really not in the set. So, if we're lucky, this card picture was a mistake, and we're not gonna get Attune with Aether. However, the common nomenclature and acceptance of everybody in the realm is this card's getting reprinted and there's energy in the set. We'll have to wait and see. But I'm here to tell you, if this set has energy, there's going to be lots of upset people in the Magic environment. More than the people who are mad about the Innistrad Remastered cards that we didn't get reprinted. That's a very small community. Just putting that out there. They have a point, but this gonna be big. So we'll see what happens. Let's cross our fingers we don't go into Realm of Energy again, because it also means it's gonna fuel energy decks in older formats like Modern, where they're already kind of powerful, and if we get too many more good energy cards, they could become way too good. And Pioneer could possibly be ruined by it. So, till next time, be kind, and I hope to see you crossing the game table. Hopefully not playing against an energy deck. God help us all.